today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland,
here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Jackson, option right. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson running again. 6 yards there on the keeper and 2nd down.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Jackson options out left. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
As I remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia, he was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Throwing now is Geno. Rolling to his right. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards. There and a first down for Seattle.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. He'll get this to about the 38. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Throwing is Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. From the 50, it's Smith. Flushed out right. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
From the 21, here's a second down and 4.
Now Geno. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Smith.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
Touchdown! Ken Walker from 21 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was Kenneth Walker who finished things off with a touchdown catch.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Oftentimes, broken tackles are his specialties. And put another one on his tally there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. One-on-one, not likely to get him down. You need everyone else to get there and help you. I think they were signaling for you and I to jump on the pile and try and get him down, weren't they?
You don't want me out there, I promise you. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, and it's Hill again. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Jackson going to keep it running right.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Past the 20. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 12-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
From the 3, second and a yard. Jackson going to run. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Tucker's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
On first down, Smith. Flush to his right.
As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
Geno now to throw.
Smith-Njigba with the grab.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Geno on first down.
He finds Smith-Njigba.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Here's Walker.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Second and goal from the 1. Smith now to throw, eluding the pressure, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Geno Smith in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. Geno's going to throw, escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, will just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And incomplete on the deep ball. So we come upon halftime with, and okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Smith. He'll buy some time right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
On third down, here's Walker.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Jackson's throw is on target to Likely. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. On the option right is Jackson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Henry out of the pistol. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They go play action now. Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Being chased out left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
Indeed. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On first down, it's Smith. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Smith.
This is the tight end Fant.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
2nd down and 4.
Throwing now, Smith. Flush to his right.
Outright to Smith and Jigba. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and that should just about do it.
Smith now to throw.
Going right back to Smith and Jigba.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Smith.
Down inside the 10.
And finally taken down at the 4-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jackson to throw. Connecting with Andrews.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Here's 1st down. Jackson.
Forced out to his left.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Well, another fine run right there for Lamar Jackson, and CD, that one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? With Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in the season as the top running backs in the league.
That one into the hands of Flowers. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Tucker now to add the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.